Hello everybody. This is my fourth video on strategic management. First three videos I covered module 1, introduction about strategic management, and in fourth video, this video particularly, I'll be commencing the second module, and the module name is external analysis. Uh, and in this, the contents that are covered here are, as you can see, the strategically relevant components of company's external environment, industry analysis. Industry analysis Porter's dominant economic features, competitive environment analysis, Porter's 5 force model, industry driving forces, key success factors, concepts, and implementation. So these are the contents covered in second module under external analysis. So this video includes strategic relevant components of company's external environment alone, and the next two videos will follow the rest of the contents. Well, what is company's external environment? Well, the external analysis focus on identifying and evaluating trends and events beyond the control of a single firm, such as increased foreign competition, population shifts to the Sun Belt, an aging society, information technology, and the computer revolution. An external analysis reveals key opportunities and threats confronting an organization so that managers can formulate strategies to take advantages of the opportunities and avoid or reduce the impact of threats. The strategically relevant components of company's external environment includes thinking strategically about a company's industry and competitive environment, like what are the industry's dominant economic features, how strong are competitive forces, what forces are driving industry change, and what impacts will they have, what market positions do rival occupy, who is strongly positioned and who is not, what strategies moves are rivals likely to make next, and what are the key factors for future competitive success. Does the outlook for the industry offer the company a good opportunity to earn attractive profits? So these are some of the questions that which is included in thinking strategically about the company's industry and competitive environment. So this is what I said. What are these are some of the questions that should be critically thinking, strategically thinking about company's industry and competitive environment. Now you can see this picture which describes about company's business environment, talks about the macro environment, general economic conditions, legislation and regulations, population demography, societal values and lifestyles, technology, and of course in the inner circle you can see immediate industry and competitive environment like supplies, substitute products, buyers, new entrants, rival firms, etc. So I'll be covering the external coverage that you can see, that is the macro, at the macro level, macro environment, which includes general economic conditions, legislation and regulations, population demographics, societal values and lifestyle, and technology. Well, diagnosing a company's situation has two facets to it: external or macro environment, and internal or micro environment. So here, external or macro environment includes industry and competitive conditions, forces acting to reshape this environment, whereas internal or micro environment includes the immediate environment with which organization interacts for its day-to-day operation, like market position and competitiveness, competencies, capabilities, resources, strengths and weakness, and competitiveness. And I'll be explaining in detail in next video regarding elements of micro environment. But right now, to continue with, there are some important components of macro environment. As you can see, these are the components here: economic factors, technological factors, socio-cultural forces, economic conditions, political factors, regulatory conditions. Sorry. So this is even called as PESTL, PESTL, political, economical, societal, technological, environmental, and legal or regulatory conditions. Okay, so let me take you in detail about the concepts here, that is economic environment. Economic environment in itself is a very broad component. It covers region and nation in which a firm operates. It broadly describes the conditions of money market, manpower markets, buying power of consumers, supply and demand for goods. It represents the size of market, income distribution, tastes and preferences of consumers. There are many economic indicators or factors to be considered for strategic planning, such as GDP size and growth rate, unemployment, interest, taxation and inflation rate, liquidity position in monetary and fiscal policy, income distribution, consumption pattern, regional disparity, foreign exchange reserves, rates and policies, stock market conditions. This is about economic environment. Talking about the demographic environment, demography means characteristics of population. It includes factors such as race, age, income, education level, employment status and location. Business often analyze the demographic data and tend to understand what factors determines opportunities and threats, and what determines or creates different types of companies have different demographic interests. And major factors in demographic environment, and they are population size, income distribution, education level, ethnic mix, geographic profile in terms of urban and rural distribution. Now talking about the global environment. Okay, talking about the global environment, globalization refers to integration of world in one huge market, as organization cannot think to be performing at regional or national level. The globalization is also a part of organization planning and growth. The global organization are known as MNC, that is multinational corporations, and TNC, transnational corporation. Simplified IPCC, Unilever, Nestle, Nokia, Microsoft. These organizations set up manufacturing facilities at one place, research and development centers at other place, and raise the capital and other resources at third place, wherever from these can be raised in cheapest mode. Well, reasons for globalization. There are many reasons for the companies to go global, such as shrinking time, distance and low cost communication. Domestic markets are no longer adequate. International demand for the product forces companies to set up the facilities in the other part of the world. Cheap labor and government initiatives, subsidy or relief. Consolidation of business and resources to achieve economy of scale. Environmental restrictions also forces organization to go global. Benefits of globalization. There are many effects of globalization, such as global localization of different operations. Companies can locate their operation anywhere in the world depending upon economy of operation, availability of raw material and low cost labor. Infrastructure development. Globalization has helped in providing better infrastructure in the form of better roads, ports, airport and telecom networks. Improvised and entrepreneurship. Globalization has given greater opportunities to professionals by way of entrepreneurship to set up their own enterprise by way of providing cheap capital. Then coming to a technological environment, the technology imbibed in the organization. Well, technology and business are interrelated and interdependent. Newer and advanced technology makes the way for business innovations and advancements. Use of technologies influence business operations, which and present many opportunities for business and also make many existing operations obsolete. Therefore, it's very important to analyze the impact of technology environment carefully on business functioning. Following are some of the factors that business should consider for technology's impact on business. Impact of technology and business operations, that is banks, auditors, software, technology dependent organizations. These organizations should make use of latest technology as an integral part of their business operation. Opportunities rising out of technological innovations or advancement, risks and uncertainties from technological changes. Issue of consideration in selection of technology could be type of technologies used by business. Technologies are developed in-house or procured externally. If procured externally, it will be always available or there is a risk of discontinuity. Technologies used are latest and ahead of used by competitors. Technologies which are must and which requires to be curtailed. Now coming to legal and political environment. Discrimination laws, employment related laws, consumer protection related laws. There are certain important elements organizations should analyze to understand the legal political impact, as I just now said. And government has great influence on business. It guides the business environment in country, degree of political impact on business and economic activity, political stability, law and order situation, legal framework of country and implication of various laws under which business needs to function, effectiveness of implemented law, government policies such as labor, fiscal, EXIM, FDI, that's foreign investment, and industrial development. Now talking about the social cultural environment, organization or an entirely organizations or entities only, still it responds to environment similar to human entity, and this responds in three forms: conservative, that is slow moving environment; second one is cautious, which is adaptive also; third one is confident, can even call it as aggressive environment. Well, coming to the first one, conservatives are slow moving. Such enterprises are passive in their operation, and these enterprises react only when external environment force them to do so. Nationalized banks, PSUs, these entities move slowly to change themselves in response to environment. Next one is cautious or adaptive. These organizations take intelligent approach to response to environment. These organizations adopt themselves to changing environment quickly but take a cautious approach before taking actions. Example, Tata company. And third one is confident or aggressive. This is another type of social cultural environment. These organizations work aggressively and sometimes convert threats into opportunities. These are highly dynamic organizations and known as trendsetter or mover or shaker of market. Their feedback system is highly dynamic. Example, Reliance. Now, political legal includes such factors as outcomes of elections, legal judicial court decisions, and decisions about various commissions and agencies. Talking about the economic, significant influence business operations, including growth deadline in gross domestic product and increase or decrease in inflation rate or exchange rate. Regarding social, values, trends, tradition, relation, culture, societal trends are all included, and technology includes scientific improvement and innovations and productivity. Well, these are the explanation regarding the external environment analysis. I hope you're clear with it. Again, let me tell you about macro environment. The word macro means large, global, and can be used to describe aggregate of factors that surround the organization. The general environment that affects all business firm in an industry, which includes pest factor, political, economical, social, and technological factor. Discussed enough about the pestle, the external environment. Now talking about features of external environment analysis. Okay, the certain characteristics or external environment analysis may be observed, and they are like continuous process. If they are, first one, continuous process. Well, external environment analysis is a continuous process, because till an entrepreneur will not keep the continuous watch on the changes happening in the environment, he will not be able to have knowledge about the threats and challenges. Second one is determination of opportunities and challenges. By external environment analysis, the entrepreneur evaluates all factors and parties to determine the opportunities and challenges for his enterprise, so that he may face the challenges of some factors and their tendencies. Third one is adjustment of strategies and objectives. In the external environmental analysis, the entrepreneur evaluates those factors to determine opportunities, threats, reactions, and challenges for his enterprise. Then inner knowledge process. Sorry, this is another characteristics of external environment, that is inner knowledge process. External environment analysis is a process through which environment conditions are known on one side. Knowledge is also gained about future possibilities and hidden opportunities. Another characteristics of external environment is opportunities and threats. External environment analysis is the opportunity and threat analysis, meaning thereby that the external environment analysis provides opportunity to the entrepreneur that presently the circumstances are favorable, and hence decision may be taken quickly and may be implemented also, so that profit may be earned. Next one is goal orientations. Through external analysis, environmental analysis, the entrepreneur makes efforts to know the future possibilities and real efforts, or makes efforts to achieve his goal by searching business opportunity with the help of external environment. Well, these are some of the characteristics of external environment. And what is the need and importance of external environmental analysis? Well, for the entrepreneur, analysis of external environment is necessary so that he may know which of the environmental factor are posing threats to the present strategy and obtainable objectives of the entrepreneur, and which of the environmental factors are presenting opportunities which may be availed by making necessary adjustments in the present strategy. So, importance and necessity of external environment analysis may be easily understood with the help of the following points. First one is success of entrepreneurship. Well, for the success of entrepreneur, advanced evaluation of far-reaching favorable effects and ill effects of external environment and its factors necessary. Second one is formulation of viable plans. We have studied that business environment is dynamic and not static. And then next is to create measures for competitive environment. The competitive environment is also an essential part of total environment which cannot be left unseen. And fourth one is formulation of successful plan. Components of planning includes objectives and goals, policies and budgets, time, standards and strategies. So the forecast is the pace of planning. Fifth one is helpful in selection of best alternative. External environment analysis and investigation not only help strategic decision makers in restricting the volume of available alternatives, but also in removing the irrelevant alternatives by taking future opportunities and challenges and threats into consideration. Sixth one is use of profit opportunities in business. The external environment analysis provides information on various opportunities of gaining profit in business. And similarly, entrepreneurs should have knowledge about economic events, social changes, government policies, foreign corporations, so that various available opportunities may be availed for earning optimum profits. Seventh one is to provide permanency to possibilities for sale of products. In the external environment and its factor, product, production procedure and methods, cost structure, marketing strategies, distribution chain, technical and sale methods of competitors are also studied. Then eighth one, leadership of market. External environment analysis is also required because through it is the entrepreneur get knowledge about, though it is the entrepreneur who get knowledge about new products and service available in market, fashion, likings of consumers, new techniques of production and methods. And ninth one is vigilance towards future threats and challenges. And 10th one, permanent residence of the institution and entrepreneur. So these are some of the factors which are required or which are important, need and importance of external environment analysis. Well, that's it about in this video. Hope it's clear. We covered the first concept of this second module, strategic relevant components of company's external environment. In next coming videos, I'll be covering the rest of the contents of module 2, external analysis. Thank you so much. Before I go, let me just revise once again. As company's external environment it focuses on identifying and evaluating trends and events beyond control of single firm. External analysis reveals key opportunities and threats confronting an organization so that managers can formulate strategies to take advantage of opportunities and avoid and reduce impact of threats. And as you can see on in the slide, that hows or whats and do's should be through the process, that is thought process, thinking strategically about companies, industry and competitive environment. And as I already discussed about the external, that is macro environment, and internal, that is micro environmental factors. Here in this video we discussed about macro environment. In next we will be discussing about micro environment also. Why the external environment factors important, that also we discussed. External environment factors are important because they can cause direct and indirect effect on business operations, personal and revenue. The external environment of company changes constantly in ways beyond the company's control, but executives and managers can track these changes and minimize their consequences. Choosing to monitor the dynamic nature of external environment factors allows business to protect themselves against predictable events and mitigate the effects of unexpected changes. Well, I hope I'm clear with this. Discussed about the company's business environment, that is external environment, which includes pestle analysis, that is political, educational, political, environmental, societal, technological, economical, legal aspects. And there are a few more factors here: environmental factors, technological factors, socio-cultural, economic, political factor, legal or regulatory conditions. Okay, so I'm sure this video was helpful in understanding the external environmental analysis. Next videos I'll be continuing with the internal environment. Thank you.